Woohoo! It is the last night available for the Lanterns in the Mist event, and I haven't got my tiger yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to get that tiger. And having some technical problems tonight. We are not, as far as I know, going out on YouTube. I haven't verified that, but it's... I don't know what's going on with that, but c'est la vie. We'll fix it later. I'm kind of flabbergasted by it. I'm going to test my chat here, because I'm not getting my we've got us in chat. Yay. And so let's look at what we got going on here with the game. So we're looking at, with the lantern right now, out of a possible 2,000, I'm at 1,909. I need 91 more points to finish this lantern off so I can get that tiger. And we're going to do it. It's going to take a while. I had posted a LFM, a group, earlier, and got 0 response to running the Into the Mist quest. And so I went and did some other short quests. I went and ran the one with the Dame, what's her name, with the windmills in Feywild. Been in some wilderness stuff that was high level, so I could hopefully get some more Lantern Miststalker points, and we're still a little short. So we're just going to run Into the Mist, and we'll do it on Epic Hard until I can get some other people to join. And I am way past ransacked on this quest. So for those of you that don't know, if you run a quest too often, it starts bringing down the amount of experience points you get with it. It also brings down the amount of treasure you get for it. I'm to the point on Epic Hard. I've ransacked this thing. We'll give you a little display of what that means. I type ransack into ransack, not whatever this word is, into the you can see I have an 80% penalty to XP on the epic level. So I get at most 20% of the XP that would normally be provided for this quest. It's averaging about 6,000 XP per run. I don't care about XP at this point because it's all about the Mist Stalker points. All about getting this lantern up to 2,000. And experience points don't really factor in, but I have to be at least level 25 to progress this lantern, and that means I have to be I just got to be persistent. That's what it amounts to. So I think I've got everything I need now. I've got ammo, I got my ride, I've got my hirelings over here, my healer, and we're just going to go out to Tarasco. You think it would be just pure muscle memory at this point, but okay. So before we do this, we'll put up another looking for groups here and see if there's nobody else doing this. Okay, we're going to create an LFM. We're doing Into the Mist, Lantern Farm, Sport Form, and EH until party fills. We'll advertise as looking for players, and okay, update my party. So this will now show up here. And then, hey, you need points. We're running it. That's not, because there's a reward. That's the whole thing. There's going to be a reward at the end of this grind, and that's the whole reason we do any grinds in when it comes to this game. A lot of times people will grind for one particular piece of equipment.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on an unfamiliar... You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
And I've got to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Hey, we have somebody that wants to join. All right. Howdy, welcome in. Just getting started. I got streaming. Update my party. There we go. Okay. We get the notices down here. Okay, he's in.
The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
One of the things you can do to prep yourselves for these wisps, because they're mostly electric damage or magic missiles, is you can get a...
the last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more.
Get you a resist electricity. Ooh, and he's a bear druid. Cool.
From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clash. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready.
And hopefully we don't die because of lag. I think this is on my computer today. I don't know. I have rebooted. I have made sure that I'm in quote-unquote game mode so that there's nothing extraneous running. And yet, you know... I'm not running the Ferraris of computers when it comes to streaming, but my jalopy does race most days. You know. When I say it races, I mean it gets down the road. Let's go back here. Okay, and we'll wait for the mists around here. We'll go over to the clearing a little bit away from the shrine in case it's something big. He's not far off either. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Good, good, good.
Save your healing spells for someone who still
Where are
draws
you? Come on,
breath.
come on.
The
come on.
Revenant says.
You keep wanting to get, I'll just wander a little bit farther this way, and then all of a sudden, some huge group of mist stalkers pops up, and $1,894 points for nothing, and we don't want that to happen. I don't want him to lose that. So if there's a head of the beast, I will try and keep it from chasing after him, and we get it's not ahead of the beast. This will actually be kind of easy. There we go. We just got to get rid of these clingers. Extra gifts with purchase there, if you will. Everybody's up. Nice. All right. What does that mean to us? So from 1909 to 1916, there's no whisper. All right.
Why
we
would someone
found
put so many scarecrows to guard
running
a
this a
road
lot
in the
last
middle of the
night that
forest?
it made sense to
What
finish.
do these straw men keep away?
Refills your lantern uses, refills all your...
You hear a branch snap behind you.
And yes, I'm back to my jumping like a jackass style of combat, as some people put it. Heard another streamer refer to that today, and like, yeah, I wouldn't have lived if I didn't jump around. Like, well, yeah, that's why I do it. Stay alive. And it's fairly effective. Although there are some spells that get me. I need to work on my fortification. I need to, there's lots I need to work on. Right now I just want to work on getting this done and getting my tiger. And we're 8 points closer.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from
All
up
right,
the
heading
road
out.
to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates. I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find you spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
Yeah, we're fighting, we're fighting. Yeah, I should have put my resist electricity on. That's what I was talking about earlier. Saved me a few hit points. But, hey.
The last of the wisps fades away.
I wouldn't
The
be
forest
a
is
jackwagon
silent
and streaming in DDO if I followed my own advice, would I? Here. Get the Revenant.
From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and claps. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
How are you, bro?
Halt! Do you serve Strad?
He asks, sword at the ready.
Have some dogs while we're here. A little bit. Wolves, okay. Look at the dancing dog. Now let's go back and talk to our Revenant. Get him on our side. I'm going through that gate. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. And now we go over here and wait. For our... it was the group who had started this was phenomenal. For under 4-minute runs on this, and got the walker and everything, so it was great. That's the only way I got from 520 something points down to right around 100 points down. So and here we go. Oh, I hate those things. And get back from those. Or do you get...
Your poor friend.
Stay away.
I hope you get better.
It will kill you dead if you're not careful. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go raise my companions here.
Save your healing spells for someone who still draws breath.
The Revenant says. You hear howling in the distance.
Hey.
A raven cries
Hey,
somewhere
that was
overhead.
14 points. Or no, 11 points.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows
Something
to
like
guard
that.
a road in the middle of the
It
forest?
was positive.
What
It was a
do
net
these
positive,
strong
yeah.
men keep away?
1930. One day I will learn
You hear a
numbers
branch snap
as well as
behind you.
letters. And we're fighting. Yeah, if you wander too much off the road, there's packs of wolves that will join the fray, if you will. I wish there was a way to, or for me, to lessen the cooldown on this one mark the prey shot. I've actually even thought about, there's another marking feat in one of the other trees. The tree has a marking shot, which makes the targets easier to hit, a little bit easier to hit, more vulnerable. And when you're a ranged fighter like I am, it's helpful. It can be helpful.
Scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates! I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
Oh goodness, don't be a connection issue.
That was fun! I look forward to working with you in the future.
Alright, so we're gonna...
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on an unfamiliar forest road.
Okay, back in.
You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
Friar's niece in the catacombs. And I was doing that, what was that, Saturday night as well? And it made sense because I was at a level that still got points. So if you're too far over
The
level for
last
the
of the
quest,
wisps fades away.
you will
The
not
forest
get
is
lantern
silent
points,
once more.
even though you will get mistwalkers. That's the consideration.
From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clashing. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready.
Nice pack. And that's it. Alright. Now we'll go back here and talk to Mr. Pokey Revenant. I guess when you're living dead, you know, time really just isn't as big an issue for you. We'll buff you with this. Same stuff. Give you the cape. I don't know that lions wear capes, but who knows. And then where's Mr. Revenant? Yeah, you. Very powerful, very, very, very powerful enemy. And full party, and nobody was running a skull lantern. So we had some people that, you know, had to be rezzed, and that thing is tough. Not blame Mordu for saying, "Hey, head of the beast, I run." No problem. Gotcha. I will do my best to slow him down. I hear it. I hear the Mistwalkers. I wish. At least you get 10 seconds before they show up. You know, at least you get an indication on the screen, hey, your lantern's activated, or you can see if it's not yours and somebody else's lantern will pop up on the above their head or around their head. So you know. Just so you know. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I get it. If a head of beast comes, I might run too. I might very well. Alright, nobody taking the bait on this one. Yeah, make sure I still show as the mobs and hard is significant. Come on. Fix it up a little bit.
Save your healing spells for someone who still draws breath.
The Revenant says.
There we go.
You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead. Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these straw men keep away? You hear a branch snap behind you.
Dadgum wolves, what are you doing? Yeah, if I had a fire weapon, it'd probably be a little bit better, but I don't. Scarecrow. How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
The Scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates! I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
Okay, little breath.
That was fun. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find you spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
Wolves and scarecrows and lions and tigers and bears. And... Okay, no, the bears are on our side, so...
The last of the wisps fades
Yay.
away. The forest is silent once more. From down the road you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clashing steel. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready.
At least said yes to that question, which makes the Revenant starts attacking you, and you lose an ally, as well as, you know, have to go through a fight with him. Okay, let's go get these wolves while he's walking up, because there's no point in waiting for him. He is slow walking everything. Basically a Barovian government job, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Okay. Around the big rock. I'm gonna give him error, but yeah. And now the lion. Hey. 44. Are you in the same numbers I am? Like, hopefully they're not turning this thing off at midnight, right? Because, you know, that would be Eastern time, which would mean 11 o'clock, which means instead of having until the reboot in the morning, I would have 49 more minutes, you know. Okay. It was a minor, very minor Mistwalker. So those are the kinds you kind of hope there's a whisper around, but it's not happening. All right, well, 7's better than nothing.
You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead. Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these men keep away? You hear a branch snap behind you.
Save your healing spells for someone who still draws breath.
The Revenant
I
says.
didn't even use that one mark on the Mistwalker because he's such a minor Mistwalker. We applied that to this malignant scarecrow, it makes his beatdown go a little faster. I'm wondering if they do this again, if they're going to fix, if the developers will change the ability to do the quest this way. We'll see. Only time will tell.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates! I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
Okay, I see what happened. He's going to Evening Star. And I'm just repeating the quest. That makes sense. Well, I'll go ahead and buff you first then, Barry. Need all these.
You stumble through the thick mists. You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
Or it's just small graves. Wait, la 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 la.
The last of the wisps fades away.
Right.
The forest is silent once more. From down the road you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clap. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready.
They didn't bother talking to this guy, but they were so powerful that they didn't need him. And we just ran through, didn't fight the wisp first, didn't separate things out. And so there's just this beast of an end fight. And we were able to take care of it. It actually rolled, so let's stay here. I don't see it, so. Here we go. This guy's a pain in the butt too.
Save your healing spells for someone who still draws breath.
The Revenant says.
We got him. Nice. Three.
You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead. Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of a forest? What do these straw men keep away? You hear a branch snap
I'm
behind you.
not really willing to do that. Work the plan, especially after you've planned the work. Everybody stays up. I know as they fight, they actually heal themselves, so it's just purely precautionary. I've only played a bear druid to like level 7, I think, on the
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates! I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
You stumble through the thick mists. You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
Alright.
The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you.
Whispering
from
voices
down
of the
below.
wisps? Yeah. And the good thing about this too is we're not having to deal with reapers. Reapers, wrong reaper at the
The
wrong
last
time.
of the wisps fades away.
Right reaper at the
The
wrong
forest
time.
is silent once more.
Really throw a plan off for sure.
From down the road you hear the sounds of harsh growls. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strad?
He asks, sword at the ready.
We're going round and round. All right, one wolf pack down. And he's still not to the campfire. I don't want to rest here. I'm ready to go. You and your little... Let's join our friends. Quest now in progress. The healer. Been remembering to do that or not. Keep her alive so she can keep us alive in turn. Okay, I'm not seeing any of this going out, so I'm gonna adjust my filters down again. Okay, let's try that. I'm really not sure how much is going out. My meters are not registering, so I'm presuming the filters were set a little too high. Motion. This is not one of the big ones, so you get those little hand of mist things. Got it. No whisper. Okay. We're good, so that takes
You
us...
hear howling in the
know,
distance. A raven cries
What's it
somewhere
to now,
overhead.
Jack? What's it to now, JackDrag0n? Yeah, 75. 75 more
Why
to go.
would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these straw men keep away?
One of the head of the beast that we fought earlier today was almost 100 points. I think.
You hear a branch
Maybe
snap
not.
behind you.
It was a lot of points. Come on, come on. Yeah, I wish I did have fire on this weapon. Can't remember if this has a ruby available or not. Or I mean a slot available for an augment or not. And I could go buy a ruby.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground.
And we're out.
As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates!
Down to
I'll hold them off.
4,596
Maybe
points.
even die one more time.
At some point, I will get absolutely no experience point. Come on. Repeat the quest into the mist. It's hard. Enter. There we go. Okay.
That was fun! I look forward to working with you in the future.
You stumble through the thick mist. You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
Whispering voices.
The last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more.
I'm really
From
looking
down the
forward
road
to
you hear the
playing
sounds of
Druid
harsh
sometime.
growls. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready.
on, Pokemon. I mean, he's slow, but he's a good fighter, so he's a good ally to have. Okay, let's see if we get something tougher this time. Y'all keep Mordu alive.
Save your healing spells for someone who still draws breath.
The Revenant
Why are
says.
you drawing breath? Oh, you're not drawing breath. What are you drawing? Hmm. 10:30. We're an hour into our stream, and we're getting closer and closer to being done with this lantern. We're at 1975 out of 2000. My running mate here, Mordu, is probably somewhere around 1960 something. Yeah, there we go. It's his Mistwalker. Here we go. Out of the circle. Circle bad. All right. Well, you only got 6 points for that, but better than nothing. All right.
You hear howling
Better
in the
than
distance.
a poke in the eye with
a
a
raven
chopstick.
cries somewhere overhead.
Oh yeah, except
Why would someone put so many
Welcome.
scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest?
we've already got the
What
miss
do
for this
these
run, but
strong
you're
men
welcome to
keep
jump in
away?
if you like.
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Yeah, I've got to find some ways to diminish the aggro that I'm gonna bring to this. That way, guys like Mordu who have tankier builds can actually do the tanking stuff. Alright, well, our voice is in the way. Marco is.
Scarecrow clatters to the ground.
Alright, so
As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to
with
the
Marco
east. The
coming in,
Revenant
we
commands
need to
you.
clear this, make sure he gets through
Get
this.
out through the gates. I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
The Revenant salutes you.
Well fought. You robbed me of a good death. Perhaps there is hope
now there's a
for
chest.
Barovia after all.
Which will be empty for me. See? I got nothing. You get nothing! But, hey, I got my lantern points. So, we are at 1981. An odd year. A transitional year for sure. Okay, do we want to step up to elite, or do we want to stay at hard? Okay. Just full disclosure, Marco is, I don't know, Mark OIS, but Mark, Mordu's running a skull lantern, so if we get ahead of the beast, he's running. Okay, I'm going to dismiss the...
You stumble through the thick mists,
So what we've been
only
doing,
to find yourself
Marco,
on
is
an unfamiliar
we'll
forest
clear
road.
the
You spot a
wisps
corpse
and
in
then
the
run
grass
down
near the
and get the
abandoned
revenant,
cart.
and then we'll go wait for the stalker to appear.
The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below. The last of the wisps fades away.
Nice.
The forest is silent once more.
Nice work.
From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clash. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strad?
Here, you hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
In my coffin.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these straw men keep away? You hear a branch snap behind you.
Uh-oh. Marco's tough. We're about to see how tough. Alright, let me go get the Revenant, and we're heading for the gate. See, I like being closer to the shrine, but hey.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east. The Revenant commands you.
Run! Get out through the gates! I'll hold them off. Maybe even die one more time.
Is This is not what I want to be in the middle of when the mist appears. But, you know. I'm going to roll with the punches. Yep, see, we've got this guy. The lanterns showing up. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Avoid the shapes. Alright.
The Revenant salute you.
Well fought. You robbed me of a good death.
What was that worth?
Perhaps there is hope for
88,
Barovia after
7
all.
points. Oh well. A little bit of work for 7 points, but I'm not even stopping for the chest. 15k though. A little bit more XP. I do have a point to spend, but I have to go back to go back to House Jarasco to spend it. Alright, get the bear buffed up. Alright. I'm not going in by myself though. Alright, we're doing okay. Getting good grades. Yep, protect the druid.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to you spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below. The last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more. From down the road you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clash. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready. You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
Alright, we'll just go after...
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these straw men keep away?
So this is the way that
You hear a branch
the full
snap
group was
behind
doing
you.
it earlier today, and hopefully you get done with the scarecrows before the mists arrive.
crow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east, the same way you came.
See, now we're going to be neck deep in skeletons, or scarecrows, as well as this guy. Which is why I like the way we did it before much better. Hey, Kevin Head. Welcome. We are trying to finish this last bit of lantern farming. And stay alive and keep our... Oh, did we get the mist though? No, he's still there. Okay. Yay. Lantern is full. Alright. Then I'm going to get more do his, so... Yay, my objective is complete. Woohoo! Well, where did that get you, Mordu? All right, 18 more it is. Nice, nice, nice. All right. I probably need to look at the situation. Actually, no, I'm not doing too bad. I don't know why it's not showing me what my damage status is. But you know what? We got it. What's nice is with Marco's buffs, I don't have to worry about the electricity damage from the wisp, but I still like doing it this way. Where'd you go, wisp? Are you already over there? How in the world? Okay. We got back in. Sorry, it didn't look like we cleared it, so...
to you, and it's suddenly hard to breathe. Dazed, you stumble and lose your bearings.
Recalling so I can reset. Sorry about that. Elite. We're going in on elite. All right. Okay, we should be good to go. And where's my bear? You're the party leader. That's your responsibility.
You stumble through the thick mist.
I
You spot a
fell.
corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
So here we go.
The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below. The last of the wisps fades away.
God.
The forest is silent once more. From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clap. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strad?
You hear howling in the distance.
All right.
A raven cries somewhere overhead.
18 more points.
Why would someone put so many
I'm
scarecrows
gonna
to
keep my
guard a
lantern
road
active.
in the middle
Actually, I
of the
could
forest?
bring up another lantern.
What do these
No, I
strong
can't. 'cause I
men
didn't
keep
bring it.
away?
Didn't pack it. It's in the bank. I got out other lanterns, thinking, oh yeah, I'll just jump on Cormier every other day
You
or
hear
whatever.
a branch
and
snap behind you.
no, didn't happen. This is what happened. Last minute farming.
Scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east, the same way you came.
Here's our mist. Fortunately, it wasn't a bad one. But that also means probably wasn't that great on the points. So, we'll see what we got. And that's it. So Marco, are you actually running a lantern, or you just came along to help make us last minute lantern people look good? Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, yeah.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on... You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below.
If I had, if we had 3 or more, 2 more actual people, I wouldn't feel so, I wouldn't have the lack of confidence I do as far as dealing with the wisps at the end with everything else. Having the grand end fight. And then, but as it is, I think it's better to
The last
separate
of the
these out.
wisps fades away. The forest is silent.
Like more
once
dudes,
more. From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clashing steel. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks. You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
Depths.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest?
I don't know.
What do these
Had a lot
straw
of
men
extra
keep
straw.
away?
They like building things. They're very crafty. That's what it is.
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Goodness. Yeah. Come on. Let's go, team.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground.
All right.
As you recover,
See, we
you
could
realize
just
you can
wait
hear
here
noise
for
from up the
mist
road
to
to the
spawn,
east,
but
the same way
nope,
you
we're gonna
came.
go after these guys because. Uh-oh. That's weird. Okay, the gate opened now. That's weird. I did not realize that mechanic was in play. You had to get those two. And there's the lantern. Yep. Get her done.
We're going where to do what? That sounds amazing!
All right, we'll just go back to House Jurasco. And we're in on Elite.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on an unfamiliar forest road.
Nice.
You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart. The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down below. The last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more. From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clap. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks. You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
I'm having a good time with this group.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest?
And that's the point.
What do
You know,
these straw men
have fun
keep
playing
away?
the game. Play it your way as much as possible. I mean, we know that
You hear a
Marco can
branch snap
absorb
behind you.
a lot of the, well, let's put it this way. He's the firepower and tankiness we were missing. And we were able to step up the difficulty. We joined. And that's what's got to happen sometimes.
You're really good at this.
No, I'm not really good at it. Other people are really good at this. Well, I'm okay.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east, the same way you came.
Other dog. Once you get this other dog, then the gate's open. See? And yeah, let's stay focused on the big old bad, the baddest one. Wear him down. Cool. Get him down. We wait for the, now we wait for the mist and peace. Man, what's that like? I didn't even get my bear out. Good grief. There's our lantern. One more, dude. That get it? Nice. Congratulations. Major congratulations, dude.
We're going where to do what? That sounds amazing!
Okay, Marco, you want to step it up to R1? All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to step it up to R1. Why? Because we can. And we got my bear out. R1. R1. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm a little slow on the uptake tonight, so yeah, it's been a long day.
You stumble through the thick mist. You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
So this is where the R1 thing is going to factor in.
That was fun.
The
I look
wisp
forward to
leads
working
a
with you in the
small
future.
graveyard, then vanishes.
We get Reapers in
Whispering
here.
voices call to you from down below.
Like this Carnage Reaper. I don't know why.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
That's why R1 is all those dang Reapers.
The last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more.
Okay. Now we rebuff. Oh, a spell singer probably. Okay.
From down the road you hear
Yeah,
the
bring whatever
sounds
you
of
want,
harsh
Morty.
growls and clash. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
He asks, sword at the ready. You hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
Raven cries overhead.
Why would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest?
I mean,
What do these
in all
strong
honesty-
men keep away?
Oh, yeah, Morty's dropped out so he can get his other one.
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Frosty? Who's Frosty? Yeah. And now we got a map. This will be interesting.
Your poor friend. I hope they get
Ah,
better.
there's the head of the beast. Nice.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east, the
Yeah,
same way you
that's-
came.
Too bad. I'll miss them.
Well, wouldn't that figure? One man down and get the head of the beast. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Indiana, oh, rated. How about that? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Saw you playing, and I appreciate you raiding. I was watching from Tavern Tales when he came at you earlier. Hope you feel better. Didn't sound that bad to me, but hey, that's the magic of the internet, right? We're close to being real, but not really being real there. we are, for those of y'all joining, we are finishing up our lanterns in the mist, which can't really tell from here. All right, I'm really... Oh, I got wayward. Yeah. Oh. Well, I hope you feel better real soon. I hope it's... Okay, let's see here. I gotta get all healed up again and get back over there. We've been running this Into the Mist. Started out solo on Epic Hard, and then once we got somebody with actual how do I put it? Actual tanky build, we stepped it up to Elite. Not that Mordu wasn't tanky, he was way tankier than I am, but he was running a Skull Lantern, so we didn't want to tempt fate with something huge and lots of reach like the head of the beast, right? So Sharn instead. Okay, I'm game for that. Top deck. Oh, you know what? I could get another lantern out. Still using... Oh, okay, wow. Okay, so I'm going to get this other lantern I have in here. None of these are skulled. Let's see, that's... Oh gosh, no. 1500, 1500, 1500. Wow, I didn't get anything that was small. Alright, shine the light. I have no idea which one of these are. Shield, order, we'll do the keepers. Why not? Okay. Roll call. Alright. Get to the top. Alright. So normally I'm streaming on Twitch and Kick and Trovo and YouTube and Rumble, and tonight I've had some problems with... Okay, which one gives roll call? No. Roll call's over... Yeah. We gotta go over to... Not that one. We've got to go over to the other side. I think that's the upper quad. Lareth Hall. Great Nevin. This is not the one. That's GTA. Back now Unleashed. No. So is that in the upper or the lower area? Cogs, okay. Alright, so I got a faster way to the cogs. Let's go to the, yep, there. We'll go to the cogs. I don't know why I thought that was down low. I mean, over there. Because I just didn't know. That's why. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. That's a raid staging area. I have no idea. You can tell I have not even been here. That's not going anywhere. I bet you mean Alcorn's Forge, and I don't have... Bye. It's like, please let me make that. That's the wrong way to go. Oh, don't fall in the lava. I think I gotta go up. Yeah, I think I'm close, but yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. I don't remember the last time I came this way.
You expected to find Forge personnel hard at work in this wing. Instead, you see an old woman pacing back and forth while muttering to herself. A group of Moorgrave University students are lost inside the Forge. You need to track them down. This cavern is bare aside from 2 circular doors, one of which stands open. You'll have to navigate the Forge by using the pipe system. Hostile security drones patrol the pipes. It looks like the lost students have triggered the wing's alarm system.
Okay.
You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance.
Wonder where a good place for a Mistwalker fight is in here.
You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance. A sudden gust
So that's
propels
what a
you
trap
upward
going
and
off
out of the
looks
pipe.
like.
Oh,
The oppressive heat in this
Nice.
corridor radiates from the sealed room at the end of the hall.
guessing now I wasn't supposed to do that. I don't know if I want to do that either. This would actually be a decent place for a fight, but... Okay, how do I get out of here? Oh. Over to Sharn. Sorry, I didn't update the LFM. I need to do that.
You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance.
All right, thank you. And I have no idea where I'm going to go now. Guess we're going down. Oh, so that's Dingo. Okay, see if we can find where my Potno is. Okay, I have no idea. This is definitely not my... Okay. Somewhere to the right.
Dane tells you that the last student was taken captive by Forge security and brought to a holding cell. You'll have to go there to resolve the situation. You teleport the hapless student back to the entrance.
Lots of hapless students here. Great. If I can find where you are, well, I can be useful. Hang on as best you can, bud. I'm navigating.
You fall down a chute and tumble out of the maze of pipes.
This is just a different type of opportunity.
I have no idea where you are.
A massive shield guardian protects the holding cell. A student waves at you from behind the magic barrier. Thank the host, he cries.
Oh, this...
I
nope,
knew
that's
they'd
not
send
way
somebody.
out.
It's not what it looks like, I swear.
I have no
A
idea.
cold, impersonal voice emanates from the shield guardian. Intruder. Power system compromised. Unauthorized crystal
I would think it'd
removal.
be this way.
Eliminate threat.
But... Waypoint.
You smash the shield guardian into a pile of debris.
Oh. I'm not even looking at that. Okay. So which one do I need to do? It's silver. Okay, silver is clear is. What is that? Ah.
barrier vanishes. Quickly, Chance says. Unlock the security door so I can get out of here. Careful though. Pulling the wrong lever will summon the authorities. You make your choice and pull the lever. A shrill alarm rings out in the chamber. Code red, disturbance in construct maintenance. Send for City Watch. Chance will have plenty of time to think about his actions in prison.
Okay. Does that mean we're done? Alright. I do not know this quest at all. Obviously. 2 raiders from Triang. Oh my gosh, Triang. I got double rated tonight. Thank you. Sorry if I was late welcoming you in, but appreciate you. Saw you online as well tonight. And I don't know where to go from here. Wow, welcome to the JackDrag0n Cave. We were finishing up our lanterns, and I finished mine. We helped another player get his skull lantern. Okay, back in. But where do I go? That's a question. I do this and put the Alcrin's Forge thing here. Maybe that will help. I have no idea. Okay, because you said go in through. That's not it. Did I mention I'm the jackwagon of DDO and streaming? The cogs. Let's do that. See if that helps. And I do not know Sharn. Okay. Back in where's... Okay. Yeah, great. I'm burdened now. That'll help. Will it even slow me down on the horse? I think it will. Do I have... I got that. Thought this was the way. I have no idea where I'm going. I am lost as a goose. And I'm going to say it. And this is bad. I should not be this. Okay. I'm gonna recall. You know what? No. Let's see here. That's not how we do things. Because you... This is where I want to get. So I gotta go that direction. Alright. Let's go. See, and that's lava, and that's probably not going to be healthy for me. Let's do this. Where is... Oh, good. That's what I need. I need a red name now. Okay, I think I did this before. So if we do the same thing expecting different results, that's not productive. Yeah, I think this is death. That's, okay. No. Yep, I know I'm going the wrong way, but... Okay. So go this way and turn. There's nothing to turn to. Alright, then jump across here. Come on. This almost looks familiar. In.
You expected to find Forge personnel hard at work in this wing. Instead, you see an old woman pacing back and forth while muttering to herself.
Yes. Oh. That's not where I am? Yeah. I am.
Hostile security drones patrol the pipes. It looks like the lost students have triggered the wing's alarm system.
He's that way. That's gonna shoot me out somewhere else. I'm betting there's not another pipe there, so this has to go up.
A sudden gust propels you upward and out of the pipe. The oppressive heat in this corridor radiates from the sealed room at the end of the hall.
Not the one. Let's go to the other one. This is one I just came out of. Yeah. Right? And this is the entrance. Really gonna have to do a better job of learning this. I'm not ending the stream, leaving my teammate out here alone, if I can help it.
The barrier vanishes.
Missed. No! He's already over there. I have no idea how to get there. I can't get out of this. I did it before. See, I won't get credit for it. He will. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. This says this way. And that goes this way. And then we go down here.
You fall down a chute and tumble out of the maze of pipes.
Useless. Alright, well.
Quickly, Chance says. Unlock the security door so I can get out of here. Careful though. Pulling the wrong lever will summon the authorities. You make your choice and pull the lever. A shrill alarm rings out in the chamber.
What was
Code
that?
red, disturbance in construct maintenance.
Oh, no.
Send for City Watch. Chance will have plenty of time to think
Sure.
about his actions in prison.
Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I gotta call it a night. Because I'm no good to anybody right now in this state of mind. Wow. Okay. I did eventually find him. Not the optimal partner here when it comes to running that one. I do not know Sharn. So, no excuse, but stay close. Stay close. That's the whole part of what you do. So, I'm going to get out of this, and we're going to go back to our guild ship. We're going to leave the party, because good grief, nobody deserves that. All right. Losing my voice, but hey, we made the stream, learned something, we accomplished something, and good luck to Marco in finishing his lantern. That's hope he gets what he needs. And I'm just going to call it a night here. Let's see if there's anybody out there still playing DDO. We've been rated twice. We're going to do shout outs before we go, though. Let's see here. Anybody? Commander Bacon. I don't think we've rated him. Let's see. Got some other folks that are not playing DDO that normally are. Ooh. DDO shenanigans. Oh, that's not DDO, that's Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, well, we'll look at Commander Bacon here in just a moment. Before we do, I want to do the video shout outs here. And I do that from here. Visual shout outs. We'll start with Charyang. Again, give these folks a look. Give them a follow. Charyang. Actually, I could just do this from here. I'm doing this the hard way. Oh, Nimbin rated me. Oh my gosh, I didn't even acknowledge Nimbin. How bad is that? Oh man, talk about a junky streamer. Okay, let's start at the beginning. We got rated by Indiana Kukla from Down Under. Oh, that's crazy. Oh goodness. It's supposed to give me the option here by doing this, and it's not. No, I don't want to shout myself out. That's not gonna copy. Make sure this works. Language warning. Sorry. Too late for the language warning? Oh well. You got it. You can do it. That's the good part. Oh, that's the neat thing about visual shout-outs. You don't know what you're going to get. So that was Indiana Kukla from Down Under. And then we're going to... Who else was there? Oh my gosh, I know Nimbind. Crazy Wisp was in here. Let's give Crazy Wisp a video. What's Crazy Whisk going to bring up? Is there not a highlight? Maybe not. Okay. So we had Indiana Kukla. We had Nimvend, of course. Good old Nimvend. How does Nimvend? Oh, Nimvend didn't. Oh. Nimvin loves his AI stuff, and it's great. It's hilarious. Especially like Steve Harvey was really entertaining. Okay, so let's trying. Well, this isn't DDO, but it's still trying. Excuse me. Oh, you get that crab. You get that crab. All right. And as for me and mine, good night. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all the support, the follows. If you don't mind clicking on follow, it's going to help us get to affiliate on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube when I get it working again. But there's links. And anyway, this is an interesting week for the church. I am a churchgoer. This is Holy Week. A lot of things going to be going on, especially starting Thursday through Sunday. Look into God, and you will be pleasantly surprised at the results, I believe. Holy Thursday begins with some of the most amazing interactions that God has with people. So, and then it culminates in Easter Sunday, where we have this hope that there's so much more to this life than just what we see. And I hope that everyone can enjoy Easter, understand the importance of Holy Thursday and Good Friday. And I will be here on Holy Thursday, streaming again at 9:30 Central Time. And if you want to talk about it, I'd love to talk about it with you, because I've seen it work miracles in my own life, and maybe there's something there for you to investigate and experience as well. That being said, I'm going to go to end credits and wish everybody good night, good hunting, play the game the way you want to play. Thanks for hanging out at the JackDrag0n Cave. We're on Twitch. Normally we're on YouTube, Trovo, Kick, and Rumble. And have a great night, and we'll see you next time. And let's go. Let's roll the credits.